Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Anthony Terry, and welcome to today's video of where we will delve into the fascinating world of motor learning and its application to the skill of throwing a football. So we will be exploring two powerful concepts: knowledge of results and knowledge of performance, and how they can revolutionize the way we teach the skill of throwing a football. So the main teaching objectives are going to be simple but yet impactful. We aim to demonstrate the effectiveness of these concepts in improving the overall performance of individuals learning to throw a football. I also want to showcase how providing learners with immediate feedback on the outcome and quality of their throws, which can greatly enhance their learning experience and overall performance. So, starting with knowledge of results. This concept involves giving learners feedback about the outcome of their movements. When it comes to throwing a football, we're not just talking about how far the ball went or how accurate the throw was, whether it made its way to the player or if it was underthrown or overthrown, but also how accurate it was. So when it comes to throwing a football, proper technique is crucial, involving factors such as grip, body in position, and following through. By providing immediate feedback on the accuracy and distance of each throw, we will empower learners to understand their strengths and areas for improvement. There's real life examples that will show you just how effective knowledge of results can be enhancing, or how it can enhance performance. So moving on to knowledge of performance. This concept goes beyond outcomes and dives into the quality of the movements itself. So I'm going to break down a complex throwing motion into key components, being the footwork, the arm motion, and the release. Each component will be individually demonstrated with detailed explanations of the correct technique and common mistakes to avoid. So starting with footwork, the foundation of a well-executed throw. So as you prepare for the throw, you want to step forward with your non-throwing foot, which is the opposite of your throwing hand, and align it with your target. This initial step generates momentum and it sets your body in the right direction. Your throwing foot will then follow, providing additional power through the kinetic chain. So proper footwork ensures balance, coordination, and a strong base for the rest of the motion. You have arm motion. This is where the magic happens. So as you initiate the throw, your throwing arm should be back while maintaining a bent elbow. As you start to engage your throw, your elbow will straighten and your arm will move forward in a fluid, controlled manner. Your forearm and hand will remain relaxed, ready to release the ball. This fluid motion will ensure accuracy and maximize the transfer of energy from your body to the ball. Last is going to be the release, which is what we just talked about. So the release, finally, is a culmination of the motion, where the precision and the control come into play. As your arm extends toward the target, your hand must come over top of the ball, creating a slight backspin. So the backspin stabilizes the ball's flight, and minimizes wobbling, leading to a more accurate throw. Your fingers release the ball off your fingertips with a gentle flick of the wrist. This control release is key when achieving the desired trajectory and distance, and I've never been a good thrower. That's why I don't play quarterback in football. When I did play in high school and college, I just was never good at throwing the football. I could not get it down packed. So remember, each of these components is like a thread in a tapestry. They all work together harmoniously to create a seamless, efficient throw. Perfecting footwork, arm motion, and release individually allows you to master the entire sequence, giving you the foundation to apply feedback and reinforce effectively. So as we conclude our breakdown of the following throwing motions, envision these elements as a puzzle pieces that, when you put together correctly, result in a skillful throw. By mastering footwork, arm motion, and release, you'll be well prepared to absorb the benefits of feedback and reinforcement, allowing you to continuously refine your technique and elevate your performance. Also, by nurturing the sense of accomplishment, it will also allow learners to develop an internal drive to excel. Next, through crucial analysis, I'll explain how constructive feedback and insights into the movement pattern can be a game changer. So this approach enables learners to refine their technique and make those crucial adjustments that lead to better throws. So the importance of it, constructive feedback is a cornerstone of effective learning, particularly in the context of knowledge of performance. Because unlike knowledge of results, which focuses on the outcome, knowledge of performance is all about the quality of the movement itself. And constructive feedback becomes the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. Imagine breaking down the intricacies of your throwing technique, from footwork to arm motion and release, and having a knowledgeable coach or observer provide you with insights on each component. Constructive feedback not only highlights what you're doing well, but also pinpoints areas that you need improvement, which is what we're going to learn. And through constructive feedback, you gain a clear understanding of your strengths and your weaknesses. This detailed analysis allows you to see your throwing technique from an objective perspective, different point of view. It's like having a roadmap to improvement where you can address specific aspects that might be holding you back. Also, it will guide you in your refinement process. It's not about criticism for the sake of criticism. It's about identifying areas for room for growth and providing insights on how to enhance your technique. This guidance is invaluable as it helps you make targeted adjustments and excuse me, that lead to meaningful process. Now, additionally, constructive feedback builds self-awareness. As you become attuned with yourself and to the nuances of your movement, you develop a deeper understanding of your body mechanics and how each element contributes to the overall performance. This awareness helps foster a sense of ownership over your learning journey. Crucially, constructive feedback creates a positive learning environment and encourages a growth mindset where mistakes are seen as opportunities for improvement. In this positive perspective, fuels your motivation to learn and master the skill, which ensures that the learning process is enjoyable and rewarding. So as we conclude with this exploration of constructive feedback in the context of knowledge performance, remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Constructive feedback serves as a compass that guides us towards mastering it, offering insights, guidance, and a potential for continuous improvement. When combined with the principles of feedback and reinforcement, it becomes a powerful force in elevating your skill to new heights. So you might be wondering, how do we apply these concepts to the real world? Well, as instructors or coaches, they're going to be there to offer immediate feedback on the outcome of the quality of the throws. So this alone will encourage learners to take ownership and of their learning journey and make targeted improvements. The potential for benefits are enormous. Enhanced skill acquisition, increased motivation, and a deeper understanding of the mechanics behind the successful throws. So next, we're going to talk about so I want to break the videos into two different parts, make it a little bit easier to follow along. So now we're going to be diving into the world of reinforcement and key internal reinforcers, two concepts that can truly transform the way we teach the throwing of football. Our main teaching objectives here they're clear as well. We want to show how to leverage external motivation and intrinsic rewards to create a dynamic learning environment that fuels skill development and boosts motivation. So first, let's explore reinforcement. And it's going to involve external motivators like positive feedback, rewards, and goal setting. In the realm of football throwing, setting clear goals becomes a form of reinforcement, and I'm going to explain the correct technique, emphasizing grip, stance, and follow through. Again, so let's start with grip, which is a crucial element that sets the stage for a successful throw. Hold the football with your throwing hand, placing your fingertips on the laces. Your thumb should be underneath the ball, which will provide stability and control. Imagine if you didn't have control of the football, it's going to be wobbly. The grip is not going to be too tight, allowing for a natural release, and a proper grip ensures that you have control over the ball's trajectory and spin, which are key factors in accuracy. Now let's move to your stance. Your body's positioning plays a vital role as well in generating power and accuracy in your throw. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, distributing your weight evenly. Your non-throwing shoulder is going to face the target. As I mentioned before, you're going to bend your knees slightly to maintain balance and flexibility. And as you hold the ball, bring it close to your body, keeping your elbow at a 90-degree angle as I showed earlier. And this stance will provide a strong foundation for allowing transfer energy through your throw. And lastly, the follow through is a finishing touch that will complete your throwing motion. After releasing the ball, you want to extend your throwing arm fully towards your target. Your fingertips should be pointed directly at your target. Emphasize the accuracy. Your arm extension should be a smooth, natural, with your wrist remaining and relaxed. The follow through not only adds power to your throw, but it also adds to the spin and trajectory control. So that's going to be the correct throwing technique when you're throwing a football. And keep in mind, practice makes perfect, so you gotta spend time honing these elements individually and can then combine them so that it's into a seamless motion. Because with a strong foundation of technique, you'll be well prepared to absorb the benefits of feedback and reinforcement as you become a skilled football thrower. And by offering immediate positive feedback for successful throws, we inspire learners to continue practicing. And you think about now we'll talk about key internal reinforcers. This concept focuses on intrinsic motivation and self-efficacy. And I'm going to break that down. So studies have shown that when learners feel a sense of autonomy and intrinsic motivation, their learning experiences improve significantly. We'll tap into this by encouraging learners to set achievable goals and track their process, leveraging their own motivation to fuel their growth. And you might be wondering, how do we bring this to life? Well, as coaches and instructors, as mentioned before, they provide immediate feedback and set attainable goals and nurture learners' intrinsic motivation, because everyone's different. This creates an environment where learners feel supported, empowered, and eager to learn. So that's everything with reinforcement, key internal motivation. And as we conclude with this journey, remember, with these concepts, that whether it's knowledge of results or knowledge of performance or reinforcement or even key internal reinforcers, they have the power to reshape the way that we teach and learn. By incorporating timely feedback, setting goals, and fostering intrinsic motivation, we are not only teaching a skill, we are fostering a lifelong love of the game. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and that wraps up our exploration of these motor learning concepts. Thank you for joining me on this insightful journey. Until next time, keep honing those skills and enjoying the process.